Hi, welcome back or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Laura. Hi, hello, welcome. Today we are going to do I think it's the third update in my Pan That palette. If you are new, I will link my playlist up above and in the description box. But I am panning my Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. I believe this is the oldest palette in my collection. So I just wanted to get some use out of it. I know that I have colors similar to this. I did a video comparing a palette that Haley sent me by C Color and then my Natasha Denona Safari palette, and a lot of the shades in that palette match up to like the Subculture palette or are similar enough that I could get away using them for the exact reason or the exact purpose that I have this Subculture palette. So I figured it was time to use her up and show her out. My palette looks so filthy, like so filthy. That's okay. This is the sign of a well-loved palette in my book. So I'm going to show you quick what we look like at the intro, the first update. I think we had a second update. I can't remember if I'm being quite honest, but I'll show you a slideshow of those going up right now. And then we will go in and talk about what we are looking like now. So this is what my Subculture looks like now. So I feel like I've made some pretty substantial progress inside of this palette. I don't think I met all of the goals that I wanted to meet, but that's okay. That is a-okay. We are working to just finish her up no matter how long it takes. I think I'm just going to continue to pan this palette until this palette is no longer. And that's how we're going to do it for this this series. Okay, so I am going to have like side-by-side comparison pictures of each shadow. So that way you can see any growth and any movement side by side. I typically will have them up in this corner portion, as well as how many uses and how many total uses. We're just going to start off with the shades that I have used up well before this update, which is Adorn here. I used up first, and then Dawn here. Obviously, Cube and Electric were done before panning or before I started panning this palette, but I have hit pan in every single shade in this palette prior to putting it in a Pan That palette. So we're just going to focus on the usage that I'm making as of how it looked initially. Destiny we've used 4 times and only 4 times this month so far. We've used it a total of 16 times, so not too much, but also it's a shade that I really want to wear more in like autumn. So a lot of these shades I want to wear more so in autumn, except for a couple we'll talk about those, but I'm not too fussed about not getting use out of Destiny. Moving on to All Star. I actually have a little bit of All Star in my look today. It's really not noticeable, but I don't know if it really looks all that different. Maybe a little bit of expansion in the pan. Probably not much. Then we go to Mercury, and I used Mercury 16 times this month for a total of 57 times, so not as much as I have in the past, but I do use Mercury predominantly and almost solely as a contour shade now. So I have it on as a contour today. I really like it as a contour, if I'm being honest. Access I only used 1 more time, so I've used Access a total of 11 times in this project. Really not much. I'm really not focused on finishing Access off. If I'm being honest, I would eventually like to, but we're not gonna fuss and like beat ourselves up too much if we don't finish Access. Roxy, however, is a shade that I really, really want to determine to use up, and my goal this month was to clear out the entire right side of the shadow. I did not do that. However, I feel like I made really great progress, and if I was filming this update a month later than I am now, I am filming this, it is July 4th when I'm filming this. This is going up well near the end of the month. Then we have Fudge, and my I didn't meet the goal that I was planning on. I wanted to actually hit pan in the center of Fudge. I do have pan in the corner because I was using it in my brows, but I want to have like a true pan in like the center where I would normally reach for the eyeshadow. So I'm still trying to hit pan in the center. I haven't got there yet. I used it 5 times this quarter, a total of 16 times. Then we go to New Wave, and I feel like I I use this more than I'm showing that I did. I marked that I only used this one time for a total of 16 times. New Wave surprises me with how light I can get it to buff out and blend out. It's definitely a shade that I would like to focus in on this time of year, but I really want to set my sights on Roxy. Maybe I should just switch to New Wave and just see what kind of usage I can get out of New Wave. Untamed, for some reason, is the only shade that I truly cannot make work in this palette for myself. Every time I put it on and like try to buff it out, it just blends to nothing. So Untamed is like the only dud shade in this palette for me. So I'm really not focused on finishing it up, but I am trying to make a concerted effort to at least use it one time in 3 months to see what I can do with it. Maybe eventually I will try to figure out how to use it, but right now we're not really fussed with it. Edge, though, is a shade that I really love, and it's surprising me that I like New Wave to blend out crease work as much, but Edge, for some reason, just looks so much darker on the eyes, even though in the pan, I feel like Edge is like in the same range of like mid-tone that New Wave is. For some reason, Edge just blends out and looks darker on my eyes. Rowdy is actually a shade that I feel like I made a smidge of progress in, even though I really don't want to necessarily finish it up. I found that I love Rowdy in the tail of my brows. I wear it in the tail of my brows in every single video you've seen on my channel since last year, since end of last year. So I really truly love it in my brows. I think that it just gives the tail a really great shape. I also can use it as a liner shade, which is nice. I feel pretty content and pretty happy with the progress that I've made in my Subculture palette. Do I wish that I had more progress to share with you guys this update? Yes. Have I been really struggling wearing makeup this quarter? Yes. So I feel like this is a very, very reasonable amount of progress that I've made. I really haven't been deep diving and overusing my product, which is a good thing at least, but I almost wish that I was so I could make more progress with this. I think the goals that I want to set for myself for the next coming months is I want to hit side pan in Mercury. Like we are not that far off. I'm not that far off with hitting side pan in this shade right over here. I don't know if you'll be able to see that dip in there, but I'm not too far from hitting side pan down here in Mercury. I also would really love to finish at least that little piece in Roxy. That's not that much product, and I feel like I definitely can get that corner finished off within at least a month's time frame. Maybe check on my Instagram in about a month and see if I post anything with it. I'm hoping that I will. Another goal that I still want to have is I want to hit pan in the middle of Fudge there. I think that we could do it. I don't think it's that far off. There is a pretty substantial dip. Just watch. I use it like 3 more times and I'll have the pan, which will be fine. I think also what I want to do is maybe focus in getting this corner of New Wave, the bottom right corner. Maybe I can hit pan or like finish off that bottom right corner. If at anything, I want to at least hit side pan in New Wave. I think I could do it. I think I could do it. As for anything else, I really at least want to use everything one time like I've been doing. But yeah, I don't think I want to set any other goals. I want to hit side pan or a corner. I want to hit pan in the center, and then I want to finish off this top right corner over here. And I think those are my 4 goals for the next 3 months. I don't think I'm going to be able to make that much progress otherwise. Maybe I'll just experiment and see if I can find a way to make Untamed and Access shades that I would actually want to finish up in this project. Because right now, those are the 2 shades that I really don't care if I finish, which I feel like I want to switch that mindset, and I feel like I'm going to want to eventually finish those. Especially, I think that these would be good winter shades for eye looks. So we'll see. Maybe I can make some looks using these shadows a little bit more than I have. Again, I do try to integrate at least one shade into every eye look that I do. Today I have on Axis and Roxy in this or not Access. I have All Star and Roxy in this look on the lower lash line. I do have Rowdy in my brows and Mercury as a contour, and I predominantly use those two as that every single time I do my makeup at least. So there is that going for me, but I would really love to try to incorporate some of the other shadows that have had very minimal use and maybe try to make them look as on par as the other shades in this palette. But yeah, that is my update for my Pan That palette. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you think what you think I'm gonna hit goal on first. I would love to know. But yeah, that is it. That is everything for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you guys are doing a Pan That palette or pan those eyeshadows or any eyeshadow centered project pan. I would love to check your guys' out, whether it's here on YouTube or on Instagram or wherever. But yeah, that is it. That is absolutely everything for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are staying healthy, sane, and safe, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye!